The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. A mind unhinged, a story told. In shadows deep, a tale unfolds of madness creeping, dark and cold, a narrator's voice, both sharp and sly, who swears he's sane but hears the lie. Edgar Allan Poe and the Telltale Heart. This classic explores the descent into madness through the eyes of unreliable narrator whose fervent denial of insanity only serves to highlight his profound mental instability. The old man's eye, a vulture's glare. I loved him not for the gain or the gold, but for his eye that caused my pain. A pale blue orb, with film so thin it haunted me, I must begin. The narrator's obsession with the old man's vulture eye becomes the catalyst for his heinous crime. Is not hatred for the man himself, but a singular, irrational fixation on this unsettling visual detail that drives his sinister plot. Because of these reasons, the narrator's favorite is my favorite character because he gives us a different perspective. The Seven Nights of Silent Watch. On the first night, the initial creep, a silent shadow sweep. On the third night, patience wearing thin, obsession starts to spin. On the fifth night, whispers in the dark, leaving madness mark. And on the seventh night, the eye finally seeing, unveiling the obscene. Each midnight hour, I crept with care to see that eye always there, but closed its stay, no light to see, till one dark night it stared at me. The murder's pulse, a beating drum. With lantern dim, I struck with might, and hid the corpse from morning light. Yet in my ears I sound did start, the beating of the old man's heart. The vivid description of the crime and its immediate aftermath pulls the reader into the narrator's deteriorating mental state, blurring the lines between reality and delusion. In other words, psychosis. The sound that drove me mad, a low, a low dull thump, like watch in cotton, soft at first a sound, growing louder. It grew and grew, my mind was rotten bound, a drum of guilt, no peace, no rest. The sound would swell a living hell. The phantom heartbeat, a manifestation of the narrator's virgin guilt, becomes the auditory torment, relentlessly driving him deeper into his psychological abyss. He wanted to left his madness in the paper. The police arrived and the mask of calm. They came to ask, to search, to see, but louder still the heart did pound. I smiled and spoke so confidently, and my secrets beat a dreadful sound. The narrator's carefully constructed facade of sanity begins to crumble, even as he attempts to deceive the authorities. The seeking real help never, the act of seeking real help never crossed his mind once. Confession born of madness grip. Billions! You mock my pain and fear. The heart is beating near. I shriek and tore the floor apart, revealing the telltale heart. The climax of the story sees the narrator's carefully maintained composure shatter as the unbearable psychological beating heart forces a desperate and public confession, exposing his crime. Themes of guilt and insanity, guilt's unseen weight. Poe's tale reveals what guilt can do. Madness twisted view, how madness twists the mind anew. Unconscious loud beat, conscience loud beat. There is heard loud beat, a symbol clear. Beyond the mere plot, Poe delves deep into the psychological consequences of crime, using the symbolic heartbeat to represent the inescapable nature of guilt and destructive power of a disturbed mind. The telltale heart last beat. So listen close and heed this rhyme, for madness strikes in borrowed time. In Poe's dark world, the truth imparts, no secret hides from beating hearts. I really enjoyed this story because it was different than others. It made me a little uncomfortable, to be honest, in an exotic way. Like in a different manner, it's different. I really recommend it to someone really close to me. I would really recommend it to someone close to me as a cry for help.